Good evening, everybody. Hello, and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Those Natural Ones. Before we get started, we do have a few announcements. We are down Sam and Cassandra tonight, but they will be back next week, hopefully. So we miss you guys. Come back. And apparently we're down to Scott, too, as of right now. But, oh, wait, there he is. Before we get started, couple quick announcements, starting with a message from our sponsor, Streamlabs Ultra. This episode of Those Natural Ones is brought to you by Streamlabs Ultra. Take your content creation to the next level with Streamlabs Ultra. All of the tools you need for branding, streaming and recording, editing, and monetization. Check the link in the description below. And if you're a content creator of any kind, go ahead and sign up for that Streamlabs Ultra down below. It helps us out even a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Other than that, how else? Speaking of helping us out, Scott, how else can someone help us out if they are so inclined?
Hi, I'm Scott. Guys, did you guys get this?
No, I haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah, I had to go get it. But you see it covers inside live play, and they got stuff about Critical Role and Dimension 20. And I gotta tell you, it's just another example of the liberal media's bias against us.
Oh, no.
Other smaller streaming companies. So
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Our campaign this year to make Arnynn's gang awesome in 24. Go to our Patreon and sign up and support our campaign and our stream. Patreon.com/those natural ones. You know, the world doesn't have to be biased. You guys can help avert that and support streams like us. There's many levels to choose from. One of those is a weekly shout out. So once again, thank you, Wes and Flora Marlatt, for your continued support. Many levels to choose from, all the way from Discord access to advertising opportunities, which I think we're going to have to start doing next month because we picked up one at that level. So we might have to figure out how to do ads next month.
We'll see. Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, we didn't pick one up. Somebody upgraded.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So we may have some Patreon bot ads coming up.
Heck yeah. So
Just
would
check
this,
it out.
would this be a bad time to tell you that Mike wasn't working?
Are you kidding?
Yes, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you.
Can you tell they're brothers?
It would be a bad
Didn't
time.
hold up the shirt this time.
It would be a bad time.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, make Arnyn's gang awesome in 24.
Every
Arnyn's Ferris
time.
Adventure League.
Holy crap.
Making us a brand risk every time.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Sponsors.
I'm sorry. I had to do it. Thank you, Scott.
Streamlabs loves
did you
Click down in the comments.
did you say the sponsor names, the Patreon names?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't point out that you can see the full list in our character cards and mid and end screens, but
Fantastic.
that's
Thank you.
every level.
Exactly.
You can get your
So
name on every episode for less than $1 an episode.
that's right. Less than $1 an
I
episode.
said less than because some months we have 6.
That's right. That is true.
Most months we have 5.
And all the shorts and all of that shit too, which should be ramping back up now that I am completing other projects. I should be able to start adding to the short content that Emery has been doing such an awesome job with. Thank you, Emery. How else, speaking of Emery though, how
too.
else can they, yeah, well, I mean, you too, but
No, I mean I should be able to start again.
oh, fantastic. Perfect. All right. So Emery, how else can they support the stream?
So we're just gonna gloss over the Time Magazine bit. We're just gonna go past that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're
It's the
not
only way to move
supporting
forward
us,
professionally.
oh my god.
To ignore everything I said.
When you're not supporting us, or maybe on top of supporting us, through Patreon, which we greatly appreciate no matter what your political leanings are. You can always watch us on YouTube at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also watch us on Twitch. We're still working the thing out with Trovo and Kick. Eventually, you can interact with us on Facebook. You can also interact with our very own Butch on Butch's blog on Tumblr.
That's right. You can message me on Tumblr, and you can message Butch on Tumblr, and Butch will answer your questions, even if they are about other members of the party, which may or may not have happened already.
Is Butch an AI? Is it not you?
It's me.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
I play Butch. I play Butch.
I thought it was Butch
Yeah.
Bot.
No.
Butch Bot. No.
Yeah. God, no.
Do not put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby.
Don't do that. No, but seriously, send Butch questions and he will give you answers. Ask questions about secrets and he will tell you secrets.
Yes, the deep, dark secrets that may or may not be completely fabricated. You can, if you are one of our great and wonderful audio-only listeners, you can also listen to us, our podcast-only version, wherever podcasts are spread out into the universe. Do always remember to like, subscribe. If you are watching through Twitch and you already have an Amazon Prime account, you can use your one free per month Amazon Prime sub. I mean, if you're already paying Daddy Bezos, why not throw a little bit of love our way with that one? But yes, again, like, subscribe, share. Sound off in the comments.
Get in the comments. Please.
That's right.
Please.
Tell your friends.
Thank you.
Any and all engagement helps us a ton. And make sure that when you hit the bell for notifications, you hit all and not personalized. So that way you never miss an episode.
Thank you so much. Speaking of the podcast, I just remembered that I never hit publish on last week's episode, or well, I guess it would be like a week and a half ago's episode. So that is that's live now, are in person. So if you are a person who listens to us on the podcast, you wouldn't know this because this isn't on the podcast yet, but if you were do both and you were looking for it, it's there now because I'm a genius. Thank you, Emery.
Message from the future.
Ooh. All right. So I believe that is just about it when it comes to announcements. So let's dive right into our recap of what happened last Friday while we sat in that room right over there around a table, rolling real dice. And I killed every single one of you, except for Scott. I killed you through exposition because it was already 2:00 in the morning.
I would have played it out though. We know.
I know you would, but I didn't want to be here until 7. I didn't want to be here until 7 a.m.
You would have won.
Oh, fucking 20th level totem barbarian with freaking amulets of protection. Yeah.
Although I want to state
healer.
for the record, I forgot I had my potion of invulnerability on, and I shouldn't have died in that last attack, which meant I would have had the chance to break the concentration and bring him back.
We really don't need to relitigate the actions of like.
But unfortunately, we were like 5 or 6 hours into it, and it was like
7
1 in the morning.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that fight went 7 hours long.
So
that was a
we
7
let it
hour
go.
long. Fight.
7 hours or 42 seconds.
Yeah, 7 hours or 4 rounds. The ritual that was supposed to originally was scheduled to take a minute ended up taking like 12 seconds. So
They're very
Because
fast.
action economy is a thing. Anyway, so for those who did not watch 2 weeks ago, while visiting and exploring a tunnel, and even if you did watch, because we were up against the debate and our internet was garbage. Let's hear, go back, watch the last Friday for a full recap. But basically, while exploring an abandoned torture facility, prison, whatever you want to call it, Arnynn had a vision through his grim psychometry and touching the blood-stained floor beneath him in this sacrificial pit room. In that vision, he saw the summoning of the 4 riders of the apocalypse: pestilence, death, war, famine. He also saw them being summoned to the ruins of Torchev by none other than Strahd von Zarvich, who clearly made it back from the Feywild a lot sooner than you did. A ritual commenced, and a group of soldiers, a strike force that seemingly took the place of Arnynn's nefarious adventure lead, Calliope's light incursion team, whatever you want to call yourselves today, infiltrated, attempted to stop this ritual, failed, successfully destroyed all 4 riders of the apocalypse, as well as their mounts. Grotesque, gruesome creatures that they were. But oh so beautiful. Thank you, fleshofgods.com, for those. If you want to sponsor us, we're all for it. The ritual proceeded, and through the completion of this ritual, a titan was unleashed, known as the Crimson Maw. Some sort of hybrid of vampiric and draconic essences in this gargantuan creature. As it and Strahd proceeded to slay the remaining forces of this Conticarian assault team.
Slay.
Yeah, the same thought.
Arnynn, as you watch in your vision as this final sword driven through the heart of this dwarven barbarian, and you see the sword start glowing as his essence seems to fade from him. You almost see the color dissipate from his body before your vision returns, and you find yourself touching those bloodstains in this darkened chamber.
How long was I gone, guys? It felt like 7 hours.
I think it was like 40 something seconds.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't counting or anything.
I'll relay to them what I saw.
You don't want to go through that whole thing right now?
No. Concise for pacing. I will just say that I tell them everything that happened. Did it happen in the room we're in, or it happened at a different place?
The initial summoning of the 4 riders happened in the room you're in right now, and then your vision.
The riders.
Yeah, then your vision switched to the ruins of Torchev.
Okay.
I was half expecting Arnynn to be like, it wasn't much.
Yeah.
Not telling us at all.
Guys, nothing really happened here.
Nothing really happened here. Don't worry about it.
So, would anybody in the party recognize what the Crimson Maw was?
History.
Religion?
Didn't they call it the Crimson Maw? Didn't Strahd call it that?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Would we have any reference for where that comes from?
I mean, you can roll history, but it's going to be pretty high DC.
Is it an advantage for me, though?
Fey fiends are undead? Technically not. No.
Yeah.
It was technically a monstrosity.
Technically
Yeah.
a monstrosity, even though it was summoned from a extra dimensional
17.
plane.
Hey,
okay,
hey,
guys.
guess what? There's a whole lot of monstrosities that are summoned from extra dimensional planes. You know, like
All right.
the fucking mind flayers. Oh no, those are
that's true.
aberrations. Those are aberrations. Either way, 17.
God.
11.
Oh no, shit.
Yep. Yeah.
That's right.
No.
I'll roll mine when Foundry reloads here.
Yeah. You've never heard of
Just
such a
in
thing.
case.
Ooh.
Even with your gilded dice, you have still never heard of such a thing.
It has no reference to hell for an advantage from my
No.
time there or from my book reading.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not sure about him, but he looked pretty nasty.
I've got some sort of advantage from my book reading. I'll have to actually check what that is. It may only apply to beasts.
Yeah, it was beasts mostly.
Oh, it sat on that 18.
Yeah,
That
none
would've
of
been
you,
nice.
none of you have ever heard of the Crimson Maw before.
Let me tell you guys, he looked pretty awful. He was almost as scary as that dwarf. Woo! Like there was just like the vision at the end. There was just like a voice. Yeah, eventually he died.
Huh.
Just didn't have enough bandwidth to get the whole battle.
It feels almost literal.
Very literal
Almost.
person.
So Strahd has a big red monster
I think
helping
he's
him
something
into
blood god.
Tivoli now.
We
Hard
need
to imagine how he keeps that thing hidden.
We need
Oh,
to
in
find
his
a
pants.
walker.
In his pants. A literal pocket dimension.
I don't think that that's how any of that works.
Look, if you take a bag of holding and sew it into your pants, I mean, wouldn't that be
That's-
amazing?
If that worked,
Aren't there
almost
ways-
certainly that doesn't.
Really?
Unless there's some sort of interdimensional, pocket dimensional magic that I'm aware of where you can just sew a pocket dimension into an actual pocket in someone's pants
Look,
that I somehow have never heard of.
if we have a bag of holding, they exist.
Yes, we have a bag of holding.
Yeah, put it in your pocket.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure Butch
Instant
doesn't
pocket
know how
dimension.
pants work.
In your pants. I see you guys wearing pants. I know how pants work. You put them on your legs.
There's a
I
party in
can't.
my pants, Butch.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry, what? You got a purse in your pants? Because that's
Yes.
what a pocket is.
It's a party.
Oh, a party?
Yeah, a whole party.
Find that hard to believe.
Are you
Unless it's a sad
trying
party.
to say that you're having a pants party?
No, I'm saying I got a bunch of dead guys in my pocket because they can't breathe in that bag of holding.
Shit.
I think you still got that fairy too, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I keep forgetting that we've just been carting that around ever
Is
since.
that a
Looks like
fairy
one of
corpse?
those
Or is it alive?
blowed up dolls in front of car dealerships.
Jesus Christ.
Have you been feeding the fairy?
No, it
Yeah, it's dead.
It's a
We
dead
killed it.
fairy?
Yeah.
killed it.
You took a
So
dead
we-
fairy from the
from the
Feywild.
ship when they attacked our ship.
Yeah.
Right, right.
You
I
absolutely.
tried not to kill it, but
Yeah.
Stop it! Stop it!
Oh,
Stop it! Stop
that's
it!
right. You shook it to death.
Shockingly, fairies not that strong. not a lot of constitution in them fairies.
That's why they play soccer.
Jesus Christ.
All right, guys. Well, what's next on the menu? Let's get on the boat, go home.
Is there any stone left unturned so far? We explored this whole area.
Oh, no, probably
Should
not.
we do one final sweep?
Okay, Elric
Hmm.
and Arnynn, and you should probably go look up at that altar and use and think of, history stuff. I don't know, you know things.
I'm gonna check it out.
Just don't read any of the inscriptions out loud.
There's a wall in the way. I can't get up there.
Hold on.
Scale it. You're like super agile.
There you go. You got it.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
Tension mounts as the players desperately try to move their figures on the screen.
There you go.
I started using the arrow keys.
Yeah, it's easier when
Yeah.
there's walls. All right. So what are you trying to do up there?
I'll check her out up here.
All right, go
I'll do an investigation.
Go ahead and roll an
Investigation.
investigation. Ooh.
26.
With the 26. So
Damn, Gina.
first thing you notice is there's that dais up there. There's an altar with some very ruined parchment, very old, dry rotted parchment in there, weathered. The only thing that you're able to read is that same sentence that Butch read. Looking around, you do see figurines on this altar. Excuse me. Different offerings, so to speak.
Are they action figurines?
Yeah. You see a total of like 8 items, ranging from intricately carved like onyx statues, which you can assume are the kind of effigies of these riders, as well as a few like offerings, like finely crafted jewelry and things like that. All in all, you find 8 different items that if you were to take, you could probably assume would probably catch you about 250 gold apiece.
Let's take this stuff.
Second thing you notice is there are scratch marks on the dais right below, on one side of the altar.
Oh. What's that from?
It appears like something has been drug across, something heavy and stone.
No signs of it anywhere.
It's going right towards the altar. Almost looks like potentially the altar might move.
Hey, Butch, can you push this thing?
I'm not there. I stay down below with the lady.
Hey, Butch.
Lean
mean,
over
you
the
got-
edge.
I mean, yeah,
Orpheus
it's
is strong.
I'm right there. I'm pretty strong, I
Orpheus.
guess.
Can you push this thing?
Orpheus is just as strong as I am.
I'll super help.
Orpheus,
All right.
if you'd like to,
I'm
go
sure he
ahead
will
and
help.
roll an athletics check to see if you can.
Ar-
I
Bush's
help,
rolls
is
are
it-
normally much better than mine.
Arnynn helping. Oh man.
So 19 enough.
It is. So you kind of see where the scratches are. You go to the opposite side.
Once it starts moving, I kind of start pushing it with my hand.
You start kind of pressing into it, and it's heavy. This thing is there's a lot of weight here, but you are able to kind of push it, and you do hear that rumble and that scraping sound of stone on stone that as it starts sliding slightly out and reveals underneath a small chamber. Chamber might not be the best word. A small stash. Probably a clearly this is some sort of hiding spot here. Probably roughly about roughly about 2 feet deep. Probably about 1.5 feet wide by about 3 feet long. Inside.
Heavy.
What'd you say?
I said, man, that thing was heavy. Thanks, Orpheus.
Inside you find.
Appreciate the help.
Inside you find a small wooden box that seems to be fairly well preserved in this little
in the
storage
box?
container.
I hope it's that reliquary I really need.
What's in the box?
Probably make sure it's not booby trapped.
I'll investigate the box.
Go ahead and investigate the box.
Yeah, check it for boobies.
That's a natural one.
Oh my god!
That was a shitstorm.
I really wish I had the battle map up for that.
That was a shitstorm.
Oh my god. That was incredible, and I'm so sad that nobody else saw that except for the 5 of us.
It was
Wow.
literally a cascade of shit emojis, guys.
That was amazing.
It was a literal shitstorm.
All right, so
Dates.
seems fine.
I'll open it.
Butch can smell your failure from down below and calls up, "Are you okay?
I can
Do you
smell
need a new pair of
It
pants?"
stinks under this altar, man.
You do notice that you are able to notice, at least because it's fucking obvious there is a large padlock on the side of this box.
Oh. Let me pick that padlock.
Go for it.
$23.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, awesome.
I'm sure it's fine.
I think it might have been trapped,
It's
guys.
fine.
Get tickled a little.
I'm sure it was not trapped.
That's
Let
a
me check.
31.
All right, so as you go in to kind of pick this lock, it is a little far down, so you have to kind of lean in over, and you kind of counterbalance yourself by putting your elbow on the top of this chest to get down into it. And as you do, you hear this click sound as the entirety of the chest kind of slides down slightly. As you do instinctively, because you've done this a few times, you instinctively kind of roll out of the way just as from right below you, these spikes come up. They would have pierced right through you, but you're able to duck, kind of roll out of the way. So you take half of 25 piercing damage.
What about Orpheus?
Orpheus was not right on top of him. It's basically just a 5-foot square of these.
Okay.
So
I meant to do that.
Quit trying to kill me, Butch.
I meant to do that.
Dave,
And
they're
then-
trying to heal you.
and then instantly they just and then retract again.
Note to
Also,
self: don't
do I
step
hear-
there.
Do I hear him reset?
You can make a perception check to see if you hear him reset.
$19.
Oh my god, our feed's breaking up again. Yes, you do hear it re-click.
You all right, Arnynn?
I think I start to self-destruct when I get bored, so
Oh no.
I'll just focus here. Can I see a way to disarm it?
You do see a small the pressure plate underneath it, you do see where it is sitting on top of it, and you do see spots where if you were precise enough, you could potentially jam the pressure plate and keep it from recessing again.
Well, I will try that.
Sorry for the drop frames there. It looks like we are back up and running fully again, so we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you for letting us know. All right, go ahead and roll me your sleight of hand to see if you can disarm this. Oh my god.
17.
17. Yes, from a natural 3 to a 17. You look around and you find a couple like small bits of stone and detritus and debris from around you. And you kind of makeshift jam into a couple spots, and you feel like you got it, but it's not your best work, but you think you got it. You might have got it.
Okay. Try to unlock it again.
Go for it.
Arnynn.
That's another 17.
Oh no.
So you're able to get down there a little bit better this time, and you don't put any real weight on it. Any weight you do seems to be counterbalanced by the jamming that you did to that plate below it. And you think it's almost there. And you kind of feel your picks start bending, and then right before you're about to give up, you hear the click.
Ooh.
And you see the padlock.
open.
The padlock just pop open.
Okay. And I'll try to open it. Is there any more locks?
No, there doesn't appear to be any more locks.
Open that sumbitch.
All right. You open what you see is 2 items. You see a sack, like a leather sack, a big giant.
Hey, Alric.
And you also see what appears to be a
We're just gonna let that hang.
yeah. You see a
Found
big
a sack, Alric.
sack
Damn it.
that appears to have the indentations of small round objects inside of it.
Small round objects.
Like
Potentially coins.
Potentially
Potentially coin-sized.
Like pearls? Like spheres?
Yeah.
Pull them out.
Yeah, it's filled with coins inside of it of varying gold, silver, copper, platinum.
Sweet.
You also see sitting next to it.
Alric.
You also see sitting next to it a leather belt that has, for a buckle, a kind of bluish whitish fist.
Oh, it's a belt of fisting.
Oh, I think I need that.
Yeah.
For Roxy.
Oh god.
What? Oh my. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Is that a turtle joke?
I'm going to fisting? What?
Her last name is Power Fist, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way to take it from dirty and make it humble again.
It's Butch.
Butch is like the ultimate of the reverse.
It's like that jokes have a hard time landing in front of Butch.
The wholesome entendre.
Yeah.
Hey, Alric, you want to check this out?
Sure, why not?
Are you taking
Laying it, I'm assuming, on the table, I'll cast as a ritual the Identify spell.
Fantastic. And I will put this in your equipment.
Is it a belt of fisting?
I swear to God.
What school of magic is that?
God damn it.
Obstruction.
All right. It is.
I see it.
You see it? Okay.
Yep.
School of Pound Town.
Why did it attune to you? It was not supposed to attune to you.
Obstruction.
Oh,
magic.
these
There.
things.
He just
Yeah.
wants it that bad.
There, I unattuned it to you from you because fuck that shit.
Doesn't do anything for me anyway.
Hey, Foundry, if you could fix the whole being able to attune to more than 3 things at once, that would be awesome.
Working on it.
Hey, Courtney, awesome.
This belt appears to be one of frost giant strength.
Is that really strong?
Yes. Stronger than what most humanoids can achieve naturally.
Most. Orpheus
Oh.
kind of flexes a little.
I don't think that's something that I need.
The-
Unless you
the-
want me to keep helping move stuff like this.
Orpheus, that wasn't meant as a slight. I don't. There's no need to flex on us.
There's always need.
Oh my God! Just take the belt.
Are you...
So what exactly does the belt actually do?
So,
Does it need attuned?
Yes.
Above board, it requires attunement, and it changes your strength score to 23.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's really good for smashing.
Oh, out of Orpheus and Butch, do either of you have a free attunement?
Not a free one. Let me look at my items.
I think we're all juggling at this point.
Well, yeah.
I mean, my ring of spell storing, I'm definitely keeping on.
I should probably put that spell on it.
Sword of answering, I'm definitely keeping on. So, but I could get rid of the Ioun stone.
What's that stone do?
Intellect. Plus
2.
is it plus 2?
Yeah, it's plus 2.
Yep. Plus 2 to intelligence, which helps my spells. But so I don't know, Butch. Can you use some extra strength?
I mean, you
Save
smash things way more than I smash things.
Let's check here. I mean, I don't use my spells that often, but it does help.
I mean, I might want to borrow it if I have to carry Raxi to bed again.
Shit. Oh, fuck off.
All right. Well, I'll take it if you don't want it. We'll get some extra strong bonks.
All right.
By all means.
Let me
Extra
move it
strong box.
to... Let me move it to you. To your inventory.
I mean, 23 is no joke.
It's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah. Try 29.
All right. It is now in your inventory, Orpheus.
Thank you.
Did anybody hear that? It almost sounds like an echo that took a year to get here.
It hurts my feelings.
Is there anything else to investigate here, or should we pack up and get on the boat?
Looking
Every
into...
corner.
Look
Check
into...
for secret walls and secret doors.
Looking into that bag that you found, after spending a couple minutes to count it while Elric was identifying that belt,
82.
you find, and
Even
yes,
for
I'm
16.
going to do this just to piss you guys off. 1,100 copper pieces, 7,000 silver pieces, 1,800 gold, and 90 platinum.
Can we get that in the chat?
Sure.
Sorry, I was going to type it up in the documentation, but I didn't keep up with you.
I got it.
It's just it's a shocking lack of electrum.
Nobody likes a $2 bill.
Who the
Grandmas
hell
do.
keeps Electrum?
Grandma used to give
It's
it out
quite
all the time.
popular
I
in other countries where they don't have a whole lot of silver. They have a lot of electrum.
This was clearly some sort of coffer for anything that they needed to do this ritual. You can kind of
Grandma
assume.
used to give us an electrum piece with our hard candy.
You can kind of assume that this was their stockpile. This was the belt that they used to help move these individuals around to kind of some of the larger sacrifices. And this was the coinage that they made or needed to keep this operation running.
I don't know that these guys were super smart. So, I mean, they stored the belt that they used to move all the heavy stuff, the heavy thing in the. Am I cutting out?
You did a little
Yeah,
bit.
you were cutting out.
I think the gist got through.
Yes, it did. Yeah, it did. We got what you're saying.
I gotta change my filter back. I just won't tap the desk.
As much as you want to.
There.
So,
All right.
you take a few moments, or probably longer than a few moments, to scour the rest of this underground prison, for lack of a better term. Nothing else seems to be of any interest to you.
Back to the ship.
I don't think there's anything else here for us.
And
Back to the ship.
after you make your way back up to above ground, you start noticing that the tide is starting to come in and the island is disappearing under the waves. A little bit of water. Once you make it back to where that hatch is, and you can start seeing water start dripping in from the open hatch above. You climb up and you see that the water has come up to just near where you entered. The ship, the longboat that you used to ride to get there from the Narissa is still tied. It's just now more free floating as opposed to being nose buried in the sand.
Dexterity check to get back in the boat.
No, you're good. You all get back in the boat, make it back to the Narissa. Rain, standing there, kind of anxiously waiting all of you to return. It's like, well, did y'all find anything interesting? Y'all ready go back to Palmadon, or do you have another location you want to go to?
Looks like we have another bad guy to kill.
Oh, fucking fantastic, because we needed another one of them. What the hell are you talking about, Arnynn?
Strahd seems to have summoned some type of demon vampire lord.
Because of course he did. I
You
mean,
ever heard of the... I don't remember what it's called.
The Crimson Maw.
The
fucking-
red mouth.
the red mouth. Well, let me get my token on the board, and then I'll let you know whether or not I heard of it or not.
The red mouth sounds like something a vampire would summon.
Yeah.
Or the scarlet
Red
masticator.
The Scarlet Pimpernel?
Scarlet masticator.
The scarlet
History.
sauce of mastication has returned.
Oh, that's a 23 for Rain on their history check. And they're like, that name sounds familiar. I don't know why. I don't really know how to place it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just something I heard in a story once when I was younger or something, but I'm not sure.
Do you remember some kind of strike force that replaced us?
There were a few. We had to. I mean, we had to keep working. We had to keep fighting after you guys disappeared. A few
What
of
were
the
their
other
team names, TM?
their team names were "Go Fuck Yourself." No.
GFU. What a team.
No, we there were a few teams that came up in the ranks about the same time that y'all did. And after y'all disappeared, a couple of them kind of took over as kind of like the main strike forces. Most of which were lost out in the field at one point or the other.
So we don't happen to be down any bosses. The exposition.
Doesn't appear to be now.
Shut.
Exposition.
Well, according to Arnynn, apparently that one died.
Yep.
But they killed some horsemen, so we don't have to deal with them.
Yeah.
Call that a small mercy.
I have no fucking clue what the hell y'all are talking about, but okay. So killed some horsemen and fucking now we got a big demon. I think I'd rather take the horsemen.
Well, they
Against
were the
all
harbingers of the
odds.
apocalypse. The end of the world.
That is something you might have wanted to clarify. That's a big fucking difference than some random ass fucking soldiers riding on horses.
Yep.
Wasn't
Against
actual
all
horses.
odds, only one of them rode an
One of
actual
them was riding a
horse.
centipede.
It's a
Which
pale
is
horse. Right?
disgusting.
That's disgusting. I hate
Yeah.
those things.
It's
It was a really big one too, not like a regular centipede.
I assumed if they were riding it, either it had to have been really, really big, or y'all were talking about some shit like microscopic little fairy horseman or something.
I feel like we could have taken them.
Yep. There it is. Call back
of course.
in a bottle.
I'm gonna call back in a bottle, baby. Sorry.
Anyway, in a bottle.
Now my microphone's picking up everything.
I'm almost certain we couldn't have.
We can't
With
hear
Arnynn-
it, Arnynn. We can't hear anything it's picking up, so you're good.
It's just flashing green and green and green.
Anyway,
Green on green on green on green.
Almost certainly we couldn't have handled what they dealt with.
Nah, I'm pretty sure we could have taken them.
If even half of what Arnynn saw was accurate, we probably would have been decimated even quicker.
You know, I didn't see any fireballs, so we might have done.
Man's got a point.
Yeah, you do have some pretty righteous fireballs.
As a wizard, I still don't get the fixation with that spell. There's plenty of other things that I do.
Yeah, but most of them don't hurt us.
Yeah,
Although you did summon that ice storm on us once. That wasn't great.
oh, sorry.
That was pretty cool.
First of all, that was a sleet storm, and the worst that it did was, well, brought your feet much more skyward than normal.
It
While
was
being attacked by a
really
bunch
cold.
of hellions.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but I'm still not warm-blooded.
Wasn't that like a few weeks ago for us?
What going to hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like maybe a month ago.
Time flies.
I'm pretty sure that worked in the end.
In the end, nothing
Yeah,
really
yeah,
matters.
Really mattered.
All right, so dwarves, no. Yes?
Ulrich, do you think you can make use of this? I hold
Definitely.
the Ioun stone to him,
To who?
to Elric.
Oh.
Dwarves are probably far more useful than elves.
I could probably make that work.
Are you giving the Ioun to Elric?
Assuming he wants it, it's his.
Does it increase your cap
Sure,
over
why
20?
not?
No, it does not increase your cap over 20.
The book increased my cap.
Oh, I thought you were
Oh.
at
The
22.
book is better.
Look,
Oh, yeah, I forgot you had the book, so yes. Technically.
So technically, my cap
Yep.
is 22.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, it should be in your...
I see it.
However, I don't know how that works because it legitimately says to a maximum of 20.
Yeah,
So-
it's because the program's dumb.
Let me check.
Yeah.
Your
it's-
intelligence score increases by 2 to a maximum of 20 while the script. Okay, that technically means this thing is absolutely useless to me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's.
Well, in that case, I'll hold on to
I'm
it.
looking.
Additions. What about Arnynn? Does Arnynn use Int as his casting set?
yeah, I don't know if I can take it though.
Tell you where you can stick it.
Orpheus,
What
why
does
don't you
Gwen
hold on
use?
to that for now?
Gwen uses wisdom.
Okay.
I mean, I could use it just to be smarter.
Yeah, the other three are all wisdom casters.
Okay. Well, I'll hold on to it unless anybody wants it. It's here for you.
I could be slightly better at remembering things.
Yeah, it's even in the book it says a maximum of 20, so
Yeah.
Oh man,
All right.
stupid additions.
It means nothing to me.
all right, I'm going to move it back to Orpheus then.
I take your pebble and I flick it back in your face. That's for
Alright.
calling it an ice storm. Well, assuming nothing else is going on while we adventure on the boat, I'm going to attune to the belt now.
Fantastic. Easy enough to do.
Bitchin'. All right, how many days do we have of travel?
It was only about a day back to Palmadon, but it depends on where you're going.
Should definitely go see the dwarves, not the elves.
I would like to make allies with the dwarves because we're going to need them badly.
Well, it might be best if you take one of your fucking druid friends to get there, to if that's what you want to do, because it's going to take us a week to sail to Conticaria.
Fair enough.
Whereas, which we can do. I mean, we got 5 weeks to spare, but
Sail.
if you're going that kind of distance and you want to make any kind of speed, your best bet is to hopefully use one of them druids.
Do we? Well, Amber's
need-
from there, but she can't really like scry on a tree.
I mean, you all have been to
Yeah.
Ember's house.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all went to Ember's house right after you came back from the Feywild.
That was like the first place we went to.
Yeah, but
And
she-
her
found-
house.
Where
is
she
on
found the
mountain?
raccoon.
Whose house?
Ember's.
Ember.
Ember's house.
But her house is out in the middle of nowhere, but it would at least get you into Conticaria.
Fair enough.
Conticaria adjacent.
Does the mast of a ship count as a tree entrance?
It does not.
No, it's not alive.
It's not a part of the intermingled consciousness of living trees.
Indeed.
Worth a shot.
Well, can I go do kitchen things then?
Sure.
Log some hours.
So are we?
I need all the hours I can get.
Are you just heading back to Palmadon for now then, or what are you? Where are you
Yes.
sending the ship?
Probably the safest place for it right now.
Okay, easy enough. So it takes you the better part of the day to make it back to Palmadon, and as you approach, just after sunsets, you find yourself entering into the harbor. Everyone, make me a perception check, will you?
Oh, that's what I love to hear as we're entering a harbor that we consider safe.
Anything could have happened while we were gone.
12.
I suppose.
15.
Whoa.
Wow.
Morpheus
I know.
outperceived me.
I know. This belt is working wonders. My eyes are so strong right now.
Yeah.
Got a dirty 20.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's after sunset, so even your eyes are still not that great. Butch, you notice, so as you are approaching into the cove, where the bay is, where the docks are, you still see the massive armies of the Fire Genasi to the north side, as well as the now docked skyships, and you can just barely make out the mass of army of the Air Genazis to the northeast. There's another now to the southeast, another mass outside of the walls.
Is it like a hardened mass?
Looks it. I mean, at your distance, because you're still on the water, it's just another big dark mass. But you can see similar structures and similar shapes as the other two armies. So you can assume, more than likely, this is the delegation from the Earth Genasi.
Ah, so it's an army mass.
Yes.
Butch points out the army mass.
But there's one other thing that you see that you were not expecting to see.
Fire dancers?
Floating next to... So before you left, the Air Genasi, specifically the royal delegation, approached in a skyship and, for lack of a better term, anchored right outside of the Citadel. You see two ships there now. It's a little hard to make out. There's the Air Genasi ship, and then next to it there was another ship. It's a little hard to make out, but you just in the shadows start making out like almost tendrils hanging down from it.
And I think that's our friendship.
Friendship.
Ah, he said it.
Got him.
It's a little
Morpheus, I think that's Captain Sid's ship.
Wait till I show him my new belt.
Yeah, right? You two can take turns lifting each other up.
Frost fisting.
Frost
boy.
fisting. Get out of here.
straight to the
What?
belt of fisting.
It's an elf joke. Disregard.
Yeah, there are a
Is
lot
it?
of those.
Is it?
Yeah. You always joke a lot about your body parts.
I think that makes more sense 40,000 years from now.
As the ship docks, Rain kind of turns over to Gwen. I was like, you don't let them handle all this, and you just want to hang out here with me for a little while. Gwen's like, that sounds lovely, sure. And Ember's kind of like, I'm not feeling so hot. I'm going to sleep in my bunk for a little while. I think the four of you can handle this, right?
Sure you don't want to go on land to sleep?
I think it's best that I just stay here for now.
Does Gwen want the belt?
The belt?
Oh no.
Get out of here. God damn it.
The slow realization. The joke never ended.
Anyway.
No. Beat that fucker into the ground.
Cannot get off of this ship fast enough.
Yep.
So you all exit the ship. Where are you headed?
Into town.
Do we need to talk to those guys?
Well, with how late it is, I'm gonna go to the tavern, assuming that's where most of us are going.
Oh yeah, is it evening currently?
Yeah, it's just after sunset.
Okay. Yeah, that seems like tavern time.
Hey, did you guys hear about that kidnapping on the street?
That what?
The kidnapping on the
Somebody
street.
stole a goat?
No, it's fine. He woke up.
How
I
long
don't
was he
know.
asleep for there to be a story about it?
I need alcohol now.
Huzzah!
You all make your way back to the Siren Song. It is fairly busy currently. You see genasi of all shapes and sizes intermingling. Fire, earth, air, wind. Air and wind are the same thing. Air, water.
Well,
Oh.
wind you can break.
All intermingling shouts and cheers, very joyous interactions. You see a air genasi, fire genasi cheersing over with pints of ale in the corner. You see these stoic, and none of you have seen the earth genasi before. You're assuming that's what these are, but you see these almost gray skinned with what almost looks like ridges, valleys, very thinly, almost carved throughout their face. Some of them with almost like a shattered spiderwebbed look of these carved valleys in there. You see ornamental beads of browns and turquoise, necklaces, as well as some of the ones with the longer hair have beads kind of weaved into their hair themselves. Feathers of different colorful avian species woven into portions of their hair as they adorn in almost very neutral earth colors of browns and greens. A few you notice, Butch would probably pick this up first. You see the symbols of Melora adorning some of their armor and armaments.
Hey, Butch, look, it's a Melora.
You see
Good job, Arnynn.
their whole like decor, their entire like image, just very natural in look. Very, even the objects that are not from the earth, the leathers and stuff, have been dyed and worked to resemble almost like a dirt outer casing. Very like browns and almost to the point where if you look at it, you almost feel like if you grabbed it, it would crumple in your hand.
So soil, not stone, really.
Yes, they're armaments. Like them personally look very stone-like. It's their leathers and stuff that have been designed to kind of emulate that soil look. Very intricate jewelries that look like they've been hand hewn from coppers and just everything very, very earth toned. A group of them sitting in the corner next to another group of water genazis, and you hear them conversing back and forth about hunting rights and, kind of bragging over who, caught the biggest game the week before, and fishing style stories of hunting and trapping and everything. So as you walk in, you do notice most of the tables are filled up, but you do see one table kind of in the center of the room that you could approach and at least get seated.
Which leads the way to sit down at the table.
Easy enough. You sit there. It's a few minutes before one of the servers acknowledges you, as they seem to just be running back and forth. You see more servers here than you have in previous times. There seems to have pulled in quite a few additional workers here. But they are running around like crazy, delivering food and drinks and taking orders and everything, and just rushing back and forth. It's a good 5-10 minutes before one finally walks up and is like, sorry for your wait. What can I get you?
Ale.
Fantastic.
Lots of it.
We've got plenty.
Meat, if you have any.
I think we still have some left over. We're running a little low, but I'll see what I can find for you.
Then bread.
Of course.
Is this where
Perhaps
we
the
were
whole
last time?
What?
Is this where we were last time?
Yes.
I'll send a...
He's got the teeny.
Apple teeny. Oh, okay, sure. Give me a few minutes. I will get all of that out to you as soon as possible.
Dark beer. I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Nothing serious. I'm just going to do a sending to Roxy to let her know I'm here.
Fantastic.
Yep. I do the thing.
Easy enough.
Dear Roxy, this is Butch. What's the name of this place again?
The Siren Song.
Did you say that in the message?
What? Those are my first 5 words.
No, what's the name of this place?
No.
Okay.
Butch has more self-control than that. No, that would be hilarious. We're at the Siren Song. How many words do I get? 25?
25.
God, that's so many. Would love to see you and your beautiful shell. Okay, thanks, bye.
A few moments pass before you hear back, like, Butch, I'd come if I was there. Currently running missions for the Coven. We'll be back in a few days.
Hey,
Well,
Arnynn,
Butch is-
Yeah.
the Coven is running missions.
All of them?
Well, Roxy's with them. That's pretty cool.
Sweet.
While Butch is doing that, I'm going to send a sending to Captain Sid.
Okay.
Hey, Bubble.
Hey.
Hi.
Just leaned all the way into that one.
What's this tavern called again? Sirens.
Siren Song.
We've returned at Siren's Song Tavern. Butch saw your ship docked. Bring the crew. Drinks are on us.
A minute or a moment goes by before you hear, well, shit. I don't think the Jarl would like it if we left right now. We're kind of in his throne room thing. I don't fucking...
Did it cut off at
yeah, it cut off at fucking.
Is that when the explosion is heard and then it just goes static?
I don't fucking...
Well, doesn't sound like Sid and the crew are going to join us, but I'm a little concerned with him being in the throne room.
What's your concern?
Well, you know, these, I gotta be honest here. They're pirates. Like, they're pirates in a room of authority. That's not a good combination.
You want me to go smooth things over?
Oh shit.
It's probably best if you don't. Anyway,
I believe I'm going to say this, but at this point, it's sink or swim. If they don't know how to conduct themselves in front of whoever is ruling a nation, they had better learn now.
I don't know. I heard about his stink finger. That's.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think he does well with authority. Anyway, to us. Let's drink.
Jesus, is that an Underdark swear?
It might be.
I'm not familiar with it.
It's a swear from hell.
Booze.
About a minute longer. Excuse me. About a minute longer goes by before the server, a younger water genasi with kind of hair pulled back into a messy bun, comes back with the tray of drinks and kind of slides them all. It's like, we are insanely busy. I apologize if everything's taking a little bit longer. We'll get the food out to you in probably another 10 minutes, okay? And then
Appreciate it.
as you're saying that, you hear from another table, ma'am, could we... And she's like, I get it. I'll be back as soon as the food's out. And she juts over to the other table and starts taking the order from a group of kind of dark-skinned fire genazis with the same kind of flickering reddish-orange hair.
Man, if I were like a lithe monk, I would just start serving tables. That'd be cool. But I am not.
Do you think fire genasi combust the alcohol content?
I bet all the drinks around here are watered down.
But
Good night. Speculation.
All right. And as you all start consuming, we're going to go ahead and take our break. So give us
Sweet.
10 minutes and we will be right back to continue. Be right back. And we are back.
That's a candle.
Damn it.
Why?
Oh my god. All right. So,
Bless you.
Yeah, thanks.
anyway, we return now to the tavern. You all, a few minutes later, and she does come back with the trays of food and starts throwing them down in front of you before quickly taking off and going back to pick up another table's order and bring it out. So, what are you all doing while eating and drinking in this incredibly lively establishment?
I propose.
I'm going to send a message using the sending spell to tell Amisra that we've returned.
She's running missions with the Coven.
Fair enough.
I propose that we celebrate Orpheus's new belt by cajoling the locals to try and best him in an arm wrestling competition.
Wait.
Since it doesn't look like we're getting any combat tonight.
Do we know you invited Roxy?
Huh?
Do we know you invited Roxy?
Yes, because I told you that she's
Yeah.
running missions with the Coven.
Oh, right. Good thing I didn't feel like painting today.
Yeah. For a
Or if he
minute
starts
there,
looking around for the strongest looking Earth Genasi.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
May I aid him?
Sure.
At advantage.
point his head in the right direction.
There's some strong ones over there.
Oh, wow.
I rolled a 4 and a 5.
Good thing I
It's-
helped. We must be really drunk.
It's really busy in here. It's kind of hard to see the forest through the trees. It's you can't really get a
You mean see
read.
the trees for the
Yeah, exactly.
Still not strong enough to lift my eyelids.
It's it's kind of hard to see individual physiques with how packed it is in here.
Hey, are any of you fuckers strong?
Are you
Oh,
saying
shit.
that?
Yeah.
Make
Make
a
Is there any
charisma roll.
yeah,
Any
make
strong
a
fuckers in here?
make a general charisma roll.
That's good. Well,
Just straight up charisma check.
General charisma roll.
prepare the pool cue.
5.
It's a 5.
God damn.
There's so much
Amazing.
like bustle and side conversations going on. It doesn't seem like anybody even heard you.
Nobody pays attention to you when you're drinking apples.
All right. Orpheus stands on the table.
Oh shit.
10
Oh, yeah.
gold to anybody that can beat me in an arm wrestling match.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Was a 14 enough?
14. From the side, you see. Hold on 1 second here. You see this one Earth Genasi stand up. It's like, I will take that bet. What you see is someone who is wearing. You see like almost a slightly lighter shade of gray with dark cracks through it. A kind of like dirty black and brown hood over the head. Lots of intricate necklaces around. Female figure stands up, grayish, almost white lips, very ashen in appearance. Almost looks like they're just caked in like hardened mud from head to toe. Stands up. It's like, I will take that bet.
I like your spirit. What's your name?
My name is. Hold on 1 second and I'll tell you. I got to remember which ones I've used.
Fish scented candle.
Loamy Thundercrotch.
Ilari.
Hello me?
My name is Ilari. I am a soldier in the.
Nice to meet you, Ilari. I'm Orpheus. These are my friends, Arnynn, Butch, Elric. Feel free to pick a referee if you so choose.
I believe anyone in here will be a fair referee. There's plenty of ice here. We do not need a standard referee. There are plenty of ice.
All right, let's do it. Orpheus hops down and takes a seat.
She walks over and stands next to you. You see this crowd is forming around you. Air, wind, earth, water, everyone.
Heart.
You okay, Orpheus? I'm not going to be able to help you.
It would be dishonorable to help me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Can you do strong shit without my help?
You can find somebody to wrestle next to me. Maybe be a good distraction.
As she walks up, she kind of unbuckles the cloak and lets it down, and you see this sleeveless like tunic of that same kind of grayish black. You see very lean, muscular arms, very defined with veins kind of popping out from each. She sits down across from you, elbow on the table. Whenever you're ready.
Let's do this.
All right, you clasp hands, and I need you to make an athletics roll. Oh, god damn.
That wasn't me.
I know, that was me. That was me. That was my roll. I don't know. Oh, because I had you selected.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll. That was a natural one on my side.
Oh, let's not roll a 1. 27.
Instantly, you grasp hands and you start pushing down, and you get to almost about 2/3 of the way in the first push before she starts resisting back a little bit. Go ahead and make me another contested athletics check.
$19.
18. This one's a lot tougher. You feel the resistance and it almost feels like she's going to start gaining ground before you're able to pin the hand and slam it against the table. Very well done. Very well done.
Standing match. You're quite strong.
As are you. Well,
Any other takers?
kind of look around and everything. You see this kind of... actually, you know what you see? Kind of popping through the back. No, yeah. You see, coming from a voice you can't see, you hear, "I've been waiting for this." Kind of pops up. You see, is this short little halfling jumps up on the chair across from you. Shirtless, blue scales. You know this man. You've sailed in the skies with this man.
No.
Yes.
Puts his hand up. Let's see what you got.
I'm
Yeah.
scared to watch.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh, man. Another 19.
$21. Instantly starts
Blue.
and you are about halfway
Big
down.
blue.
This tiny little arm, it's almost awkward. You can't quite, because his arm is probably like 2/3 of the length of yours. So he's got this weird leverage, and you found it was a little awkward to get a hold of, and he instantly takes advantage of that and starts pushing you back, gets you about halfway down. Go ahead and make another one.
20. Dirty 20.
Wham! The table splinters.
Oh no!
The table splinters under where he slams your hand down. And he's
Holy
like,
crap!
he just starts laughing a little bit, and he's like, nice to see you've been working out, Orpheus.
That was outstanding, Big Blue. I had no idea you were this strong.
Most people don't. There's a reason why they call me Big Blue.
Where's the rest of the
Pop
crew?
up like that, man.
The rest of the crew is up in the castle. I just snuck down. The captain said something about you guys might be down here, so sent me down here to look for you.
Is Captain Sid staying out of trouble? I know he has problems with authority.
As much as he can. Right now, I believe they're just talking strategy. He seems to get along with these folks a little too well. It's a little frightening.
That's a relief. So, did you guys find what you were looking for? Did you find your home?
Unfortunately, no. It's, seems like the Gaviota has, all but disappeared. No real sign of it anymore. Our guess is that it fell at some point in the time we were gone.
It's sad to hear that.
Yeah.
Do you have any friends or family left?
It's been over 100 years, and the friends and family we did have were in Gaviota, so unless they somehow escaped, it's not looking very, very well.
A drink?
A drink. Reaches up and grabs your ale and just starts chugging your ale.
That's fine. I'll get another one. That's fine. Barkeep, 3 more.
Come right up.
So, Blue, did they want us to join them up there?
I believe that was the plan eventually, once you all are acclimated back.
I'm gonna need at least 3 more drinks to be acclimated.
Okay, let's make that happen.
I'm still hungry.
How's your appletini?
It's good. You can really taste the apples.
Huh. So Big Blue, why do they call you Big?
Oh my god, he's picking a fight with himself.
I don't remember the reason behind that, but I'm sure you've heard the stories.
I don't know if Butch has heard the stories.
Well,
He's been working in the kitchen.
Well, the DM doesn't remember, so
Oh,
I
maybe
informed
someone in the
him of
kitchen
why I
warned him.
called that.
oh well.
I believe
Butch
it had
probably
something to
got-
do with me ripping the dick off of somebody who started shit or something. I don't remember exactly.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Yes, you're definitely Big Blue.
Any good doors lately?
Any what? Good doors?
Good doors?
Yes. I found an
House
excellent
collection.
door. While we were searching for Gaviota, I found a glorious door. This ebony with a little bit of rosewood inserts and very fine craftsmanship.
Oh. Do you collect the
Fine
knobs too?
indeed.
Of course.
Okay. they hard to stack with the knobs on them?
Do you
Stagger 'em.
you've got quite a big collection, right?
Yes, I do.
So do you spend a good deal of your time polishing knobs?
Elric steps back,
Thank you.
assuming that that another dick is about to be grabbed and torn off.
Ooh, we might have combat tonight yet.
Arnynn, roll initiative. No.
It would be amazing.
Oh, shit.
The two rogue types circle off. That'd be great.
Just gonna,
Well, assuming nothing else significant's happening, I'm gonna finish my drinks.
Fair enough.
Head on up there.
Let me eat another loaf of bread.
Easy enough. It takes you probably another hour or so to finish your drinks and food before. Is there anything else you all wanted to do before heading out?
Probably answer all of Big Blue's questions about where the local prostitutes are.
oh, Jesus.
Fair
Well,
enough.
he's probably gonna ask.
Were those his questions or Inacelli's?
That would be a great time, guys, to have access to Discord server.
Yep.
Patreon.com/those
God.
natural one.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
It's
Oh,
amazing.
no.
Yep.
Maintenance is
God.
important.
Damn it.
Fantastic. All right. Moving right along. If there's nothing else, another hour passes. You all settle up in the tavern, make your way out, and start heading up towards the citadel, the castle.
All right.
As you walk in the entrance, you notice, or walk into the throne room, you see up on the dais, of course, there is the Jarl, Leaf, his son Ragnar, Vigos, as well as Calliope, Hymir, and Amisra. You see the fire genazis, the water genazis all sitting there. You also see these 4 new individuals. Same kind of image as some of the ones that you saw in the tavern. And you also see Sid, Drift. Big Blue follows you and kind of takes his seat with them, and Miri all sitting there as well. Sid kind of raises up as you walk in. Well, well, well. What the fuck do we have here? Where the hell's the rest of y'all?
Back on the ship.
Ah,
Under the weather.
fair enough.
And under
Making waves and enduring them.
Sounds like my type of
Yes.
party.
Yep. Making waves and enduring them.
Calliope stands and is like, welcome back. You know most of the people around here, but let me introduce you to, and starting next to Sid, we have Princess Sisa. Then next to her we have Uyarik Kuntar. Next to him, we have Shuki Apu Chaska. And finally, we have Sinchi Atok. These are the delegates from the Earth Genazis. You see, starting with the one called Sisa, has these long braids with different beads and feathers kind of interwoven inside, multiple necklaces, fair skin, but still, or like, not like fair in color, but fair in feature and very clean skin. But it's that same kind of ashy, whitish, gray skin tone as you see in the rest, with where her kind of sides of her forehead almost create almost like layers, almost like plates kind of overlapping each other as it goes back into the braided kind of brownish hair. Next to her is a older gentleman with age lines throughout his dark ashen skin, kind of white tattoos of dots and lines throughout his face, wearing a kind of bronze helmet with what appears to be almost like a feathered mohawk in these brown robes, followed by another female with kind of a rounder face, darker gray skin, as in those same kind of shoulder, shoulder out. What do they call it? Mantle. That's what I'm looking for. Mantle of feathers and interwoven beads, followed finally by a larger man, very muscular, with another kind of brownish copper helmet on top, large, intricate bronze necklace with these bronze plates throughout, and this kind of bronze armor adorning these large, muscular arms and torso. Calliope continues, we were just going over some strategy, I guess you can call it that. To be honest, it's a lot of drinking and eating right now. Not very much strategy going on. It's we're trying to
What
enjoy
coincidence? Orpheus holds up his mug of ale that he definitely did not steal from the tavern.
So you will fit right in.
Hey, Nick, did you still have those pictures that you could put in the player stream chat?
I can, yes. Give me a second, and I will add those in there.
Because they were pretty cool.
These, I will give you those right in the stream chat. So we have Atok, we have Chaska, Kuntor, and Sisa. There we go. All right, so yeah, we're trying to at least enjoy ourselves a little bit before we go off to potentially get us all killed. So, your friends here, the pirates, were explaining that they have the ability to bring in some a very little bit of assistance, and she starts laughing. You can tell Calliope is she's in her cups, to say the least.
I haven't seen Calliope look this loose ever.
Well, after you watch your entire country fall and quite a few people die in front of you, you learn to kind of relax a little bit when you feel in a place of comfort, such as
Orpheus leans over to Arnynn and very loudly whispers, "Do you think Strahd has control of her again?"
She is going to. Does she notice?
Which one of them is Ferrari Kunta?
She does not notice you say that. I'm sorry, what?
I'd like to roll insight.
Which one of those Genasi is Ferrari Kunta?
Uyarik Kontar is the...
Uh-oh.
Oh no, we lost Emery.
Oh no,
Did he pop a breaker again?
probably.
The second one up, that's got like the helmet on it. Or are you talking in the stream chat? In the stream chat, it's bottom left.
Bottom.
The one that looks significantly older than the other ones. Hey, there he is.
Nick, I rolled a 28 on my insight to determine whether or not she's possessed by Strahd again.
No, she's just fucking trashed.
No, she's just effing trashed.
How's Hymir looking?
Hymir looks like Hymir. He is... Hymir does not get wasted. Oh, no, Hymir's gone. Hymir's not there. I forgot. He left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's off.
He's off doing
handling
wibbly
other
wobbly,
magics.
timey-wimey shit. Yeah, Hymir is definitely not there. I retcon that.
Having said that, Orpheus is going to ask Calliope, have you heard from Hymir?
Not yet. He left about the same time you all did. I don't expect we'll hear from him until closer to the time of the battle. He told us he would be gone just about 5 weeks, so...
You know, I was thinking to myself, Captain Sid, he has that interdimensional portal thingy. Do we have any allies in other dimensions?
Well, that's what he was talking about, the little guys, the little green guys. So it's like,
the goblins.
Yeah, remember they said it, all we got to do is bring them over here. I was wondering if we maybe have a quicker way of transporting them than... I mean, my ship can handle quite a few of them, but there's a shitload of them little fuckers over there.
Do we have anything else that can travel across the plains?
Is there a way that Captain Sid could make use of that interdimensional door opening thing? What was it, like a magical throw rug? Or a portable hole or something?
Well, no portal to hell, so that's probably not a good sign. What do you think, Elric?
The fact that it's unpredictable, much like the last object that we had that let us do that,
But the
doesn't
ship,
bear well.
the ship, he's able to... I'm sorry, Captain Sid, you're right here. What's that thing called?
Mayroon kind of stands up and is like, so you're saying you have an army, you just need a way to get them here. The size of this army, is there anything special about them?
They're like
Calliope's like, they're a bunch of
Like
fucking
knee-high.
goblins. I don't know why Calliope sounded like rain there. They're a bunch of...
The drunker she gets, the more rain-like she becomes.
He said they were a bunch of goblins. Sid's like, yeah, they're a bunch of goblins. They had these really big fucking worms, though. Might be helpful. What do you guys think? You think y'all were there? Y'all saw them riding those fucking things. Do you think that
guys.
they actually?
Goblins having worms is just a stereotype.
You think they could? They actually control that shit? Do you think they'd be able to actually bring those into battle?
Could they? Probably.
Sure.
Could I?
Do-
No.
Do we even have the space for the worms to come with them?
Mayroon kind of looks over at Naminar and is like, we may have something for that. Kind of nods over to Naminar, and Naminar stands up and this is something that we have been working on and something that some of our scouts found quite a while ago, and we were looking for a reason to use it. If they do have these beasts that could potentially turn the tides of battle, perhaps I should give it to you if you have somebody who is powerful enough to use it. And reaches into her cloak and pulls out a scroll. It's like, do you know of anyone who would be able to use this?
Do you mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. Kind of hands it over to you.
What scroll am I looking at?
Make an Arcana check.
Can I help him since I'm proficient in Arcana?
Sure. You kind of look over his shoulder and see if you can come up with something.
I'm gonna cast skill empowerment on myself.
Okay.
Let's see.
Does that give you double advantage?
It gives me expertise in Arcana.
Double proficiency.
I can give him double advantage because efficient.
No, you can't. That's not a thing.
Yes, I can.
Suddenly, Arnynn gets sucked into a portal and disappears.
Hey, we found our portal.
No, I don't.
No, don't. No, don't.
God damn it. Okay, so we're gonna use 4. And let's see. And am I getting the help action?
Yes,
from,
you are from Orpheus. Oh God,
Well, that's
That is
a good thing.
those are terrible dice. Sorry.
They were. It still comes out to a 21.
21. Oh yeah.
Fortunately.
You while you've never seen this scroll in person, you know what it is. This is a gate scroll.
That's,
Sounds good.
That's ninth. If I'm not mistaken, is that ninth or is that eighth?
I think it's 8th level. I'm not.
Let me check. That is. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's 9th level. You're right.
Yep.
Oh.
Mm-mm. The second I realize what this is, I roll it back up and say, we're going to need a lot of diamonds. Like 5,000 gold worth of
Okay.
diamonds.
Hey, we got a mission. That sounds good. Let's go do
Do
that.
you need the material
Actually-
components with the scroll?
I don't believe you hear Mayrun saying this. Like, I don't believe you need the material components. I believe that this spell scroll was created by using those components already.
Oh. Well,
We
in
just-
that case,
We just need someone who is capable of casting this. And somebody who is willing to either travel with these pirates to go find these goblins and bring them here, or somebody who will be in a unique position to open up the gate on this end to bring them here.
technically I could use this scroll to cast the spell. That said, currently at my power, if I cast this, I would only be able to cast this once.
It sounds like we only need it once to bring this army here.
You want to keep all those little goblins here?
I mean, we can take them back. Sid's like, I mean, we can take them back in shifts. We just need to get them here right away. I can drag one of them fucking worms at a time underneath the ship and wrap them in those
I'm
fucking branches and
I'm not
shit.
goblin sitting.
We can take. I mean, I can take them back. Like I said, I feel like getting those worms here is going to be a pain in my dick if I try and do it with one at a time on this fucking ship.
Do you think Anaselli can cast it?
In a celly.
What?
You're talking. You're talking about the Star Druid Goblin in a celly.
I do not believe.
Yeah, why not?
I do not
Seems powerful.
believe that druids have the capability of casting this spell. As far as
No, that's true.
I know, this spell is only available to people who specialize in arcane magic and, for some reason, clerics.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Do you have to be
Wizards
the
and
class to
sorcerers.
cast a scroll?
Say that again?
Yes.
Do you
Yeah.
have to be the class to cast a scroll?
Technically, yes.
Technically,
I mean,
yes.
rogues can cheat.
To rogues can kind of cheat, but outside of that, to any other class outside of the
Maybe
spell
artists-
scrolls like class, It's completely unintelligible and unusable.
Okay, hold on one second. A spell scroll bears the word of a single spell written in a mystic cipher. If the spell is on your class spell list, you can read the scroll and cast its spell without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible. Casting the spell by reading the scroll requires the spell's normal casting time. Once the spell is cast, the words on the scroll fade and it crumbles to dust. If the casting is interrupted, the scroll is not lost. If the spell in your class's spell list but is a higher level than you can normally cast, you must make an ability check using your spellcasting ability to determine whether you cast successfully. The DC is equal to 10 plus the spell's level. On a failed check, the spell disappears from the scroll with no other effect.
Did Fifth Ed get rid of use magic device?
Yes.
Rogues? Oh, gosh.
I think magic device might not include spell scrolls.
And
So Arnynn could cast because it's a warlock.
Oh, actually, no. It's
8 is for clerics,
sorcerer, and wizard.
Why does it say warlock on it?
On where?
D&D Beyond.
I don't. It does
Unless
not.
that's
I'm
updated.
looking at it on D&D Beyond, and it says cleric, sorcerer, wizard.
So am I. It says cleric.
Are you
sorcerer,
looking at the
warlock,
legacy, or are you looking at the 2024 version?
wizard. The legacy. No, I'm looking at.
That's why. The legacy version, it's cleric, sorcerer,
see,
wizard.
Yeah.
Because the fucking rules just changed. But we haven't updated until we finish this campaign. Then we'll talk about it.
Magic.
All right. Anyway. Blue kind of turns. I was like, I guess I could probably cast it, but I don't. I was like, well, we could. Like, I know a little bit of sorcery, and I mean, what I do is pretty powerful, so I could probably cast it and bring him from the other side and bring him here.
Your whole shtick is doors. It sounds like a match made in heaven.
Exactly. All this is just a really big door.
Cheers, drinks.
Hey,
Yes, how many levels of sorcerer?
2, but it doesn't matter. He just has to make he's got to make a charisma check of 19, and he's got +5 to charisma.
What happens if he fails?
It goes poof.
The scroll's destroyed forever.
No worms.
The words disappear from the scroll.
Yeah,
It means no worms.
Yeah.
He's like he said, like Sid said, he can probably get a vast majority of the army on the ship, but he cannot get the worms. So if Blue is successful on the gate spell, he can bring the worms to help fight the battle. Otherwise, it's just going to be a ship full of goblins.
Wait, why can't we do it from where we are?
I mean, you can, but
There's pitching
Blue-
ideas here.
and Blue is going to have the same chance as anyone else because he's got a +5 to charisma. So
Right, but Elric has the spells that enhance ability and all that stuff.
I don't. Does that work on straight like intelligence checks, or is
I
it
don't
just
know.
because that's not an ability? That's well, I guess
skill empowerment increases the amount of a skill check
because it increases your proficiency basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Enhanced ability might be the way to go. I think that
Yeah,
spell
'cause-
actually increases.
The spell that clerics get enhances all of your ability checks for that attribute.
Does Inacelli have enhance ability by chance?
Yeah.
And Blue kind of. I guess when we're there, we could have Inacelli help out as well. He wouldn't be able to do the spell, but he could at least kind of guide me, and I could
I didn't
do
prepare
it.
that today.
Yeah,
Eagle Splendor.
we'll take care of it. Let the doorman handle the
The doorman.
let the doorman handle the spell to bring up the fucking door for the worms.
Big Blue's gonna start collecting scrolls just because he can.
And he kind of, Big Blue stands up on the chair and kind of looks like everyone else who's seated currently, and it kind of reaches out. Elric, would you mind? I'll hold on to that then.
Very, with a whole lot of trepidation about letting go of a 9th level spell scroll.
Sure, Big Blue's very persuasive.
It's one of those situations where he's grabbing the top of it and Elric's just not quite letting go as they pull it back and forth.
Shut up and go and change your arm.
It's like,
That is
are
a
you
26 on the persuasion check. I think I can handle it, Elric. I'll make sure we get those worms and the goblins here.
And he has to yank it a little bit out of his hand.
Perfect. Kind of tucks it in his straps, I guess, because he doesn't have a shirt on. He just has these, and he just kind of tucks it in one of those. And
He's got pants.
that's true. He does have pants. Tucks it in a pocket. Yeah, because his straps have 467 daggers attached to him. I forgot about that.
Yep, he's covered in daggers. Can't have just one.
All right. Well, that sounds like a plan. We have a way to potentially get some big fucking nasty worms here, so that should be helpful. We have the armies of all of the nations of Sorsha, not Sorsha, Sosha. At our back.
Calliope, have you kept in contact with the people of Barovia? Is there any chance we could call upon them?
Unfortunately, we haven't really had the ability to do so. I don't know if you knew this, but our country was kind of destroyed. We don't really have the infrastructure to keep track of fledgling cities.
Wonder if it's safe to investigate. We have allies there,
Potentially.
or at least did 3 years ago.
If that's something you wish to do, I mean, by all means.
Do you think we could scry on them, see if they're even alive?
I think if we're going to entertain that idea at all, scrying should be our first move.
Any others come to mind?
Scrying on them, scrying on Cocalia, or if we know anyone or anything there.
Didn't you say that you went to Ember's house in Cocalia?
That's the only place in Cocalia we went to.
True.
I don't know if she had anyone living with her.
Butch,
raccoon.
Butch,
outside of
didn't
the
you and Gwen travel through Cocalia before you came to Conticaria from Mesh?
Oh yeah, we rode all the way through Cocalia. I'm sure Gwen remembers at least one tree.
I would hope so. That probably took at least a couple weeks to ride through there.
Yep. It was a real nice carriage ride. Driver's friendly.
Okay, do you know anyone there that would be worth scrying on? What about Olenia or Long?
We could scry on one of the taverns we stayed at.
Alenia hasn't really been heard much of recently. As for Long, Arnynn, I believe you had some dealings with Long prior.
Oh, yeah. Great place.
Would you have any connections there still?
No.
Not even enemies. We can
Technically, I'm there.
That might be a bit of an issue. We
Wanted.
It's been a while. But there was a tiny price on my head.
We could probably pay that off.
Leaf and Ragnar start laughing over there. It's like, kind of raise their goblets. Like, you haven't lived until you have a price on your head. We can send an emissary to Long and see if we can get a response back. We will send a ship to Shu in the morning.
Shoot.
Shu.
XIU.
CHUE.
Oh,
That's the capital city of Long.
sure.
We will
Do
send
we know anything about? Oh no, you go.
I was just gonna repeat. We will send a small emissary to Shu in the morning, and it will take probably a week and a half before they get there by ship. We will know more.
Do we
then.
know anything about the other nations on this continent?
The other nations on this continent are all embroiled in their own bullshit currently. Hosfeldian fighting Portus, Milford and Palia. Massilia is basically just a barren wasteland of frozen tundra. There's small villages throughout, but
That doesn't sound like any help to us at all.
and then there's the fucking Hontoians. I would not call for them if my life depended on it.
Sounds promising.
I'm almost afraid to ask.
I mean, we've been on a on-again, off-again border war with Honto for the better part of the last 1,000 years.
Oh, I suppose that settles that.
Let's just say they would not be the first ones to jump to our aid.
Still want to go see the dwarves.
Are we planning to go to Cocalia? Is that our next destination?
Vigos
We
kind
need
of
more allies.
Sounds great.
Vigos is glaring at you, Arnynn.
I am not looking at her.
Mayroon.
Arnynn.
Yeah, yes, Butch.
Butch lightly taps you on the shoulder.
Oh,
What do I
yes.
roll to not hurt Arnynn? Is that a strength save?
Mayroon kind of stands up at this point and is like, we have combined forces of... God damn it. We have the combined forces of the Socian alliances. Palmadon, Triadro, Rilvez and Yidis have come together as the Alliance stands. Together, with the last count, we have around 30,000 strong. Plenty for an invasion force. But, I mean, we won't turn down any additional forces. Sid, Captain Sid, I apologize. How many forces did you say these goblins have? Sid kind of puffing on his cigarette, whatever. Well, weren't a lot, but they were mighty. Probably 1,000, 1,500 maybe, at most. If they can spare them all. I would guess we probably get closer to maybe like 500. But those fucking worms, they could eat a mind flayer or two. Well, let's just say 3,500. 35, no, that's not what I said. Let's just say about 31,000, give or take. That will be plenty for an invasion force, and we would be able to hold Castellatri.
We have the dwarves approaching from the north at the same time.
That would make things even better. If we can approach and take, and at this point they kind of roll. Calliope has rolled out a map of Conticaria. As Mehrunes kind of walks up towards it, he's like, if the dwarves can attack from the north as we attack from the sea, and you all approach and take out this abomination, perhaps within a week we can have a foothold, take over the entire Eastern Peninsula.
The other thought is we could try and locate and take out Darkwater.
I believe that was
invasion.
I believe that was your plan, wasn't it? That you would, as you used the invasion as a distraction, as you crept in through some tunnels behind enemy lines and took him out.
Yep.
Since we have everybody gathered, I'm just gonna throw a question out. Anybody heard of a Crimson Maw?
You see kind of like confused looks all around, and then go ahead and make a insight check.
Can I also make an insight check? Since I like
18.
You notice, looking around, you notice at the mention of this being, and Butch, you notice this as well, from behind where the map is, Calliope, you almost see the jaw clench. The definition of the neck muscles kind of extenuate. As she looks forward and says, "Where did you hear that name?"
Well, when we were investigating that island, Arnynn had a vision there. Saw one of our previous strike teams kill the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, but may not have prevented a giant red monster from appearing with Strahd. He referred to it as the Crimson Maw.
After you all were gone, we sent a strike team to investigate some goings-on in Torchev. Rumors and speculations of new generals that have been put into power. The strike team never returned. However, a few civilians escaped Torchev. Through rumors and speculations, their accounts of what happened made it back to us, and they mentioned some large crimson beast that was summoned that day. It has not been seen since.
Well, that's good. I imagine it's working for Strahd.
I do not know where it ended up or if it is still here. Perhaps it was just a temporary summons, or if it... That was over a year ago. So my guesses are either was a temporary summons, or Titivolis and Strahd are keeping it hidden until they desperately need it.
What do you think, Arnynn? You saw the vision.
It seemed pretty involved for temporary summon.
Maybe something we have to contend with.
Perhaps. But hopefully, if you do have to contend with it, perhaps finding it alone without the assistance of these 4 riders and Strahd, maybe you'll have a chance more than our other team did.
That dwarf seemed like he had a pretty good chance.
That dwarf was the biggest pain in my ass since you all.
I can see that.
For some reason, Arnynn's Nefarious Adventure League is the largest pain in my ass.
I can see that too.
So close
Looks
to just
uncomfortable.
getting dishonorably discharged. So close.
That does happen after.
God damn it. I shouldn't have said it.
Yep.
Moving on.
Is Casil here?
I don't.
Casil is not currently here now.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe we can reach out to Casil. Maybe he knows of some remnants of the Bleeding Heart we could try to get in contact with. Help us out.
Perhaps.
Cause a distraction in Dis, maybe.
Perhaps. Casil is currently scouting out for other potential allies. He should be checking in the next day or two.
Since we're all here, I would ask the room if anyone here knows of any natural enemies of the Mind Flayers who would be interested in eradicating the Mind Flayers here. I know it's a long shot because they're not even from this dimension. Though, don't they live in the Underdark?
They do.
So maybe there's a shot. I don't know.
Leaf kind of stands forward. It's like, we have not had any dealings with these mind flayers, as you call them. This side of the world does not have very many accesses to the Underdark, and therefore it has not been an issue for us. So our knowledge of these creatures are limited to stories, folklore. So unfortunately, I don't.
Perhaps I should show you what you're dealing with. I'm going to cast major image.
Oh shit.
And I'm going to basically do an illusory / holographic 3D projection of
Sexy mind flayer.
an assortment of mind flayers.
Sexy mind flayers.
No.
As you see these images floating
Just gonna
in
put them
the middle of the room
right there.
of the Illithid, the Olithids, the
Good thing Gwen's not here.
Right.
Alhoon,
An elective hour.
an image of an elder brain, the Altherids, all circling through.
Hey, show him the ship. Show him the ships.
The Nautiloid ship.
Yeah.
You just
I'll
hear
proceed to
silence over the room.
Show them.
Fine.
This is what we're dealing with.
To which you hear Lucian Lunovan kind of, well, those motherfuckers look like something that would be pretty fucking fun to kill. They can't get their tentacles around us if we shoot them from far away.
It's true. What's the range on their psychic blast? Does anyone remember, Elric?
It ain't, whatever it is, it ain't the same range as our rifles.
That's fair.
In any case, we should probably find a way to make the army resistant to their tadpoles. It's the last thing we need is our own army being turned against us.
We have
Lots and lots of masks.
We have over 30,000 soldiers here. I do not think we have the resources to make them all invulnerable to these tadpoles you speak of.
Well, as many helmets that you can with masks that will cover the mouth. And, oh god, can they go through the eyes?
And the ears.
Ah. Yeah.
Well, I think that's
As-
going to be a problem. We can't really expect our soldiers to be able to fight if they can't even see.
Yeah.
Then you should all do as Lucian, was it?
Yeah.
Ranged attacks are going to be what we're going to do so as to mitigate any contact with these things.
From the other side of the table, you hear Drift kind of rock back in his chair a little bit. He's like, if there's one thing my people know, it's how to attack things from far away. I might have had something to do with that, but I don't like to toot my own horn too much. I leave that for y'all to do.
Except for when you toot your own horn.
Inside check.
He does like to toot his own horn.
What a liar!
I think it's pretty obvious what we gonna do. We gonna get them fucking little motherfuckers like Inacelli over here with their big worms. We gonna put them out on the front line with some of these kind of Bernie motherfuckers and them hard as rock motherfuckers over there. Y'all moist motherfuckers can shoot shit from your ships on the beach, and we'll shoot shit from up high. Eventually we'll wear them down. It's a numbers game, yeah.
looking to my left and my right, wondering who he's calling Cher. Like,
There's plenty of females in there, so
I'm Sunny, if anything.
Nice. Cherie.
Shelly.
Well, I think it's as good a plan as any. But even if we can't protect everybody, we should try to protect as many as possible. Captain Sid, you have those goggles.
Yeah.
You think you'd help people equip themselves, protect their eyes, particularly the ground forces?
I mean, I will do everything that I can, but I mean, we only got a few weeks before we got to set sail, so it's going to take a little bit of time to. I will work with whatever craftsmen that you have here in Palmadon. We will make that a top priority.
Should all wear a mask to protection.
So we got our.
if anyone,
Yeah. What were you going to say,
if
Elric?
anyone has magic to protect their minds, you may want to invest in that too.
Ooh, lots of scrolls of that. That'd be good.
That's not a bad idea. Well, and Naminar kind of from that side, just like, I will see what I can do. I will reach out to the arcane practitioners here and back home, and we will see just what all we can produce en masse in the next few weeks.
Ceramorphosis is a hoax.
Oh my god!
Well,
That Ceramorphosis has actually been very clearly proven.
I think
It's lies from the liberal media.
Oh my
God
god!
damn
He's a Ceramorphosis denier.
well, I think we all know what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna get my ship ready. We're gonna go find us some goblins and bring them over.
And when we
These-
fight them, we're going to wear masks. And
You're cutting out real bad now.
when we fight them, we're going to wear
Still,
social distance.
yeah,
Okay, he's cutting out real good. How about
yeah,
that?
he's getting out really good right now. So
Discord knows.
Calliope kind of
Discord!
Calliope kind of stands up and kind of teeters for a second. It's like, we have just under 5 weeks left before the invasion. We will all set sail from here in 4 weeks. We know our missions. At least most of us do. What about you all? What else can we do, and what is your plan for the next 4 weeks?
Well, we can certainly try to gather more allies, make contact with these dwarves, check in on the people of Barovia, and maybe even find something to exploit against Strahd if he shows his face.
We're in an arms race. We need to shore up every possible thing we can.
Vigo stands. Is there anything else you would like to accomplish in the next 5 weeks? Staring daggers at Arnynn.
Arnynn, you seem like you're avoiding something. Is there something you need to say?
Let's go see the dwarves.
Should I do an insight check?
That is a natural 1.
Who got a natural?
I roll a 1. Hey, Arnynn, we need to do the thing that he's talking about, whatever that is.
Who's he?
But sure.
She?
I rolled a 3 on my insight.
Everybody
I think
brought their
Arnynn wins.
God.
I roll a 1.
Orpheus is too many drinks in.
Hey, I have the possibility of rolling -2, so it's not
My
an auto
total
win.
is 12.
Arnynn just seems very Arnynn.
Shit. I deceive Orpheus.
Fucking wow.
That was a 10 for an 8.
I can read the room too.
You must have something against dwarves. I don't know.
26. Is Arnynn hiding something?
Oh yeah, Arnynn is absolutely hiding something.
I like how
Arnynn.
that's actually a question.
Well, which gives everyone the benefit of the doubt. Arnynn,
Too good for
Yeah.
this world.
Well, there's.
weren't you saying something about the Elven capital before and you didn't want to go there?
I don't. Definitely don't want to go there. You're correct.
I'm going to look at, what's their name? Vigos?
Vigos.
And Nick has stepped away.
Yes.
I'm assuming Vigos is going to do like a sage nod or something.
She's standing up there, drippings of goo.
Every time.
So much goo.
Drippings with goo.
Is this a glaring goo?
She is the terror of our times. Oh my gosh.
Egos.
Well, I mean, you looking for allies. I suppose there's always the high elves, but I probably shouldn't be part of that delegation.
Alric, what do you think? You're an elf.
Are you
Right.
saying that out loud? Like
Yes.
to
I
where
just said that I shouldn't be part of that delegation.
if you're looking for allies, you shouldn't be part of that delegation? Like how loud are you saying that to the point where Vigos would be able to hear you say it?
I'm saying it to Butch, but I don't know how circumspect Arnynn is being.
Okay, well let's do a
Vigos makes roll to hear Arnynn.
Vigos not very. Why no?
Vigos can
No.
read lips now.
Soviet
Vigos.
Automaton. Vigos hears you.
That's persuasion. That's why, not perception. That's a 14.
Yeah, she probably heard me.
Kind of steps up and kind of walks over towards all of you and is like, remember, it is not necessarily about the allies why you should venture there.
Okay, I have something that I need there, but maybe you guys should talk to the elves. while we're
Arnynn, this
looking.
is always the case.
I mean, we still have a hat of disguise. Whatever you're hiding from.
Yes, the hat of these guys does work quite well.
I also have the spell mislead.
Misra kind of steps up and is like, so
Seeming.
I-
Suggestion.
I feel like I might be the expert on the elves in this room. Yeah, they're probably not going to help. I mean, let's be honest. These people, my people, kind of just like to hide themselves away if it's not directly impacting them. I mean, we could definitely still, you could definitely still go talk to them, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. They're kind of, how can I put this? Arnynn, you probably have a more delicate way of putting it.
Their origin stories, they were shot out of God's own ass.
I mean,
I think that's what I said earlier in the campaign.
That's the delicate version.
That's a good way. Not exactly how I would put it, but yeah, they seem to think that if it's not directly involving them, it's not worth their time. So
Surely the combining of all the realms affects them.
good luck explaining that to them.
And don't call me Shirley.
If nothing else, they might have something we could use.
And again, good luck on convincing them to share it.
So there's a coven there that I need to visit, but I shouldn't be seen by the denizens.
I think we can take care of that.
That'd be awesome. So yeah, we could do that too if we can.
Is there any reason to think they wouldn't permit us access?
There's plenty of reasons to think they might not permit anyone access. They're very isolated. They kind of. It's very rare for them to let people in or out of Longbyen. Yeah, you might need to perhaps enter in less customary means.
Right. Breakthrough customs. Got it.
To
We can
which
think on that.
Ragnar says, "It sounds like you need a smuggler. Luckily, my cousin is probably the best one that we know."
Solo hand.
Rain. I'm talking about Rain.
Oh, sorry. On a flying ship.
Solo
a few
Solo Hand. He got caught years ago. He's currently frozen
Yeah,
in ice in Stygia somewhere.
Oh man, I hate it when that happens.
I'm sure he'll be unthawed one day.
You sure we didn't thaw him out while we were there?
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't Solo Hand that we unthawed. In either case,
El Mono, the hand of fate.
no.
The master.
Let's never do that.
Always do that.
No. Okay, it sounds like we have a new heading. While everyone here gets ready, it sounds like we have business in both Long and Conticaria.
No, it's not long. It's long. The city's what was it again, Nick?
Longbyen.
Longbyen.
It's if you look at the map, there is
the other continent.
Yeah, there's an island to the east of the Hosfeldian Empire.
Oh, that little thing.
Yeah, that island. That is Longbyen. That is where the High Elves reside.
How long is the ride there?
Well, from where we're at, yep, that's probably gonna be. Like if we took the Narissa, if you took the Narissa, it would probably take you 2 weeks to get there. Sid's like, Shit, you need a smuggler and you need a quicker way there. Fucking, I can get you there in a couple days.
Oh, there's plenty of trees there that we can take out.
Well, here's the thing. Back in our day, once upon a time, we made a couple smuggling runs in and out of Long Bien. It was a little different time back then, so we're familiar with the area. We could, take the long way and fly there. It'd probably take about 3-4 days, or thanks to my ship and that amulet you gave me, we can do a quick pop in, pop out, and we can get you there in about 20 minutes.
Sounds like a plan.
Now,
Yeah.
the downside of the Whispering Grace is that thing is not exactly the most stealthy object. So, have you ever heard of... Actually, Drift, you might want to take this over. Drift kind of leans forward and is like,
Oh God, Drift's gonna mansplain Halo to us.
Oh no!
Damn, you knew exactly where I was going to, didn't you? I want to tell you about this maneuver that my people perfected years ago. Back before we had any of this interdimensional travel bullshit that we got now. Our people used to invade these other countries by taking our ships a little above where they could typically see, like right above the cloud line. And we would deploy troops right over the side of them ships. Luckily, our people have an innate ability to control the air around them to be able to soften our descent a little bit, and we don't have to rely on breathing too much. So, these soldiers, as it were, and you see the 3 delegates of the Air Genasi nation just kind of like puff up a little bit, and the sense of pride in their culture and their military tactics. Jumping over the edge of these airships above the clouds and free falling down until get close to the end and close to the ground before they activate these levitations of ours and instant stop to that momentum right before we hit the ground. Then we could easily deactivate it and hit the ground running far behind enemy lines. So I think that's what Captain Sid is kind of alluding to, that we perhaps do something like that. I know y'all have...
Is that the Hall maneuver?
It is. No.
High altitude, low levitate.
Exactly. You know, I hear you've heard of it, or I see you've heard of military tactics. So, I know you have Gwen with you, who can clearly have her own form of flight. What about the rest of y'all? You all have any kind of ways of stopping yourself from going splat on that ground?
Yes.
I mean,
I have the feather fall spell.
As long as you're quick with that trigger, I think that might work. You timed that shit right, you're golden. You timed that wrong, and either you're gonna go splat or you're gonna pick up a lot of attention.
Well, it lasts about a minute, so
Yeah, but
That's
you don't
a long
want
time to be a target.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to hit it too high, because then you be slow falling through there, and you got eyes of the enemy all on you as you descend through the air.
that's a fair point. Well, suppose we could do with a practice round to make sure.
I foresee one problem with this. We
Only
kind of need to
one?
breathe.
Yeah, that's fine. We ain't going that high. We gotta. I mean, Sid kind of. The thing about Long Bend is being that island nation with those high cliffs. They have a penchant for fog out there anyway, so we just time it right with the weather. We won't have to go that high.
Oh man, we're about to Kobe ourselves, aren't we?
Sweet.
God damn it. Say either that or Windwalk.
That might also be an option. That could work. Naminar kind of stands up and is like, so once you find your way into the city, again, the city, as your scholarly friend up there said, they do not take kindly to outsiders. You'll need some way of disguising yourselves once you're inside. You mentioned once about a hat of disguise, which would be helpful for one of you. Do you have other options? Perhaps.
A local costume shop?
I have a feeling, and oh shit, we lost Scott. Damn it.
Yup.
Did his router?
His router's
do the
struggling.
thing?
Yup.
Damn it.
Thanks to computers, modern living is easy.
Hey, all right. Give us a second. We're tying it up right now. It almost made it. It couldn't make it like 8 more minutes.
8 more
It
minutes.
was so close.
So close. Yeah, he's frozen. He's gone. So give us a second as Scott reboots his router.
So is this the plan for next week, guys?
So
Halo drop into Longbien.
Oh, bien. All right.
to which says perhaps some sort of seeming spell or some sort of other illusion that will help you.
I do have that as well.
I don't think
Very
we're going to be
good.
able to conceal my size.
You know, Elric, if you need another
Perhaps-
caster, you could always put one in my ring.
Perhaps you would be a good candidate
might
for
be
the
a
hat of
good idea.
disguise then.
Yes, I'm pretty sure Arnynn's going to be gunning for that hat, though. Seems
Arnynn,
awfully-
as his.
Wait a minute. Wait. Just
What's
a
the word I'm
minute.
looking for?
How tall are you, Butch?
6.5? Well, a little less than that.
Hat of disguise can drop you by a foot.
Yeah, but I was gonna say seeming can do that as well.
True. Arnynn, knowing Arnynn and his, or Vigos kind of says this, and it's like, knowing Arnynn and his abilities, he may already have a penchant for disguising himself.
Oh,
Whoa, he's back. He disguised himself so well, he disappeared from the room.
and
Tell-
that's why I hate everyone named Nick.
Vigos kind of turns and is like, correct me if I'm wrong, Arnynn, but I believe you have the penchant for self-disguise, if needed.
I feel like I missed something.
Long story short, trying to
Long
decide,
story.
figured out how to enter the city, but being the fact that they hate outsiders so much, need to figure out a way of disguising you all inside the city so you don't draw attention. To which How to Disguise was brought up, Seeming was brought up, and Vigo said something about due to your particular set of skills. Perhaps you have the ability to disguise yourself.
Not really.
You don't have that rogue feature?
No, I only have one level of rogue.
I thought you got disguise kit at level 1. Maybe not.
I took a poisoner's kit.
But do you still have proficiency in it though? Because just because you took it doesn't mean.
Actually, I think yeah.
I'm pretty sure all rogues get proficiency in disguise kits.
I'll have to check. It's not under my rogue features, so.
All right. Either way, you have one head of disguise. You have the ability to cast Seeming. Potentially the ability to disguise oneself. You have a druid who can physically change their form. I believe you have plenty of options when it comes to staying unseen.
I'm pretty convincing too.
Honey, even I don't believe that right now.
Ooh.
So, and to which Calliope kind of stands. It's like, so you have multiple options. The real question is, where to first? Are you going to see the elves, or are you going to see the dwarves?
Well, both will take a relatively short amount of time, although the elves will take quite a bit more prep. We don't really know where the dwarves are. We'll be reliant on Ember for that.
I'm sorry, is Sid and them gonna port us into the dwarves too?
No, they were going to use a tree to get back to the house, Ember's house. And then go
And
from
then
there.
we'd tree back here, and then he'd port us in?
I would assume, yeah.
Okay.
Depends on what you all want to do.
We can probably scry on Barovia tonight and our other potential allies. Just to get an idea of what's going on there.
Well, if we're gonna do this elf thing, we better get it out of the way before I change my mind.
All right, let's do it then.
Here. Another drink.
Sounds like we're heading to Long Bean tomorrow. All right, meet us at the Whispering Grace. Fucking, I don't know. I don't want to say dawn. Like, give us like 2 hours after dawn, because it's late and I don't fucking want to get up that early.
Reasonable.
Gather your team. We'll head out and we will, like I said, we'll pop into. Fuck it. Who knows? Maybe we'll go to the Shadowfell first.
I mean, we could.
I mean, we can always try our luck at the Feywild too.
I'd
thank
rather
you.
not.
We'll pop in.
The only
Well,
reason to go there is to burn it down. Right, Ulrich?
I mean, trust me, I spent
Yes.
way too much fucking time there myself. Drift's like, yeah, if we could never go back to that motherfucking place again, I'd be perfectly fine with that.
I'm sure
Although
there's
those-
a long story behind that.
I mean, those those fucking what'd you call them? Top hum. Those fucking guys were pretty cool. That was the best. That was the best thing that I saw the entire time we were there.
Right.
All
I
right.
wonder if there are any members of Top Hum still around.
We'll
Time is
probably
weird.
just pop into Sigil or something, and then pop back out over Longbian. We'll be good.
I don't think I could take that much distraction in our final battles.
So, gather your team, get some rest. We'll see you in the morning, and we will head. Sounds like head back home for you.
Sounds good.
All right, and that is where we will pick up next week. So, you have amassed a pretty decent invasion force already. You have elves and dwarves to speak with. So, join us next week as we continue this this building of forces before an invasion is set to happen. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you everyone who joined us last Friday for our in-person level 20 Slaughterfest. And we will see you next week.
Where hopefully we won't roll a natural one, going back to where Arnynn came from.
Home's where the heart is.
Have a fantastic night. We will see you in a week.